Well, we are down at Redwood Park Church today, which is the location of the upcoming documentary screening for Coming Together to Talk. I'm here with Ardelle and I'm here with Annika to talk a little bit about the film and the screening. So Ardelle, can you tell me a little bit about what this documentary is all about?
Yeah, for sure. This film is about Indigenous youth living here in Thunder Bay, and sort of it explores their reality and what they face on a daily basis.
So how did this documentary come about, and why was it so important for you guys to put this together?
Well, there's a bit of a complicated history with the making of the film. We were originally called the Welcome Project, and we were supposed to be like a second part to Walk a Mile, but what and that was the idea of the Welcome Project, was to make a film for Indigenous youth, but then it transformed over filming and over editing into about Indigenous youth and their stories.
Absolutely. So can you tell us a little bit about some of the things that, well, how long the documentary kind of is, and some of the things that people might hear about when watching this film?
It's about an hour and 10 minutes. It's broken down into three parts. Each part is about 15 to 20 minutes long. And the reason why we did this, because there was me and two other youth and Michelle DeRosier as part of a team. And there was, so my story got told as one part, and the two other youth that were involved, in the planning and the filming, their story got told as well, and they're the other two parts.
Wow, so you have actually Indigenous youth that's living here that's actually was involved with producing and making the video as well.
Yeah, we actually we held like a speaker's corner kind of event. It was at the Multicultural Youth Center there in downtown Fort William, and that was pretty well received by the people that did come. And we had sort of like a booth area, and just if what they wanted to say to the community of Thunder Bay, they could.
Absolutely. And Annika, the screening is going to happen here at Redwood Park Church. Why was it so important for Redwood to be involved with this documentary?
Well, our heart for all the issues that have been happening in our city, for the racism, the discrimination that happens across our city, has been really something that has struck the hearts of many at Redwood, especially too in light of the river where many of the bodies have been found runs right past our church here, and especially with the recent findings of 2 more deaths of Indigenous youth. It just really struck a chord with so many Redwood people who just want to stand up, make a difference, and show that we want to stand with our Indigenous friends and neighbors, and really see a loving community that looks after our children and youth regardless of what ethnicity, what background they come from. And so that was a big reason that kind of spurred the hosting of this film. It was actually Ardelle who was looking for a place to screen the film again, with the end of June being the 1-year anniversary since the release of recommendations from the inquest into the 7 deaths in our community. So when she asked us, it was kind of a perfect match, as something that our heart is really after as well.
Absolutely. I want to ask each of you kind of what your hopes are for people to be able to come out and see this, and what you're hoping that will, are you hoping that it sparks conversation, or for people to kind of, what are you hoping to get out of people coming to see the documentary?
Definitely hoping that people even that may not understand or know much about Indigenous history or daily lives that Indigenous people live in Thunder Bay, that they would particularly come even just to be open-minded and curious, even just to hear the other side of the story, regardless of what prejudices or preconceived ideas or experiences, negative experiences, positive experiences they've had, that they would just come with open minds and listen and maybe start some conversation on what we can do. And we're hoping as a church that this will be, the first of many awareness building, education building events that we'll host here for in the coming months and years to continue the conversation.
Absolutely. And how about you, Ardelle? You actually are sharing your story in this documentary. What are you hoping that people learn or get from learning about your story and story of other Indigenous youth living here in the city?
That there's more to us than the stereotype that is believed here in Thunder Bay, and we come from you know northern communities that are just like all family, and we have value, and we're worth something, and I feel like more people need to understand that too.
Absolutely. So let's talk about when the filming or the documentary is going to be played, and do people need to get tickets for this, or can they just show up?
It's a free event, so people can show up. We have a Facebook event that's been published with all the information and details. It's going to be shown Monday, June 26th here at Redwood, 2609 Redwood Avenue, 7 p.m. So it's free admission. We are accepting donations, which we're going to be giving to DFC, Dennis Franklin Cromartie High School.
Wonderful. Well, come out and check out this very interesting documentary that Ardelle has definitely worked so hard to put together. Coming up on June the 26th. For all the details, be sure to check out the Facebook page and be sure to keep watching. There's more coming up on Shaw TV.